My fellow legends, here we are for the review of the People Squad for the week. We had a decent score, okay round 19 rank, and we lost a little bit. So unfortunately, 1124 is not good enough anymore. We were 553 in the rankings with a 949 score, an improvement, and then 1124 drops us back at 100 ranks. So 632 overall rank. A few things went right for us, a few things went wrong. So yeah, captaincy choice was completely fine. Obviously, Trebojevic. I personally went with Fafita, but that's neither here nor there. You lose 20 points, so it obviously helps, but not the worst thing in the world. But up top, Mane did well, 60. We had Payne Haas for a few weeks now, 106. Papali'i was 66, so welcome back to him. Tamalolo was the light one of the week, so anyone who doesn't own him obviously benefited greatly. So 13%, a decent percentage of that is in the top few thousand, but yeah, that's just how it is. The good players are up and down. We spoke about Crichton. Papali'i was down last week. Fafita had a bad one. It happens. It is what it is. So Crichton 64, Fafita 103, awesome. Having Hughes in there has been great. He's been amazing since we picked him up. Benningham was 63, so welcome back to him. He had his 27, then he goes to a 63, even in a team that got really well beaten. We got Raymond and Avrillo, both went completely fine, 43-40, so we'll take that. We still don't have the centre cover, which thankfully isn't a concern with them both not being injured, but it's something to think about. We could have a Jack Bird or something like that if we needed to. But down below there, Tedesco, Trebojevic, Hines, all completely fine there. Teddy, having him there, who is owned by a good percentage of people, 31.8. I know my team doesn't own him yet, but yeah, a really good score from that. And then 10% extra owned Trebojevic for his delightful score. Nico Hines, be interesting to see how that team's named for the Storm, where he gets positioned, because Pap did come on and play 1, and Hines moved to a 9/6 kind of role in defense and attack as well. So yeah, interesting to see what happens with him. I think he's almost ready to be moved on now that Pap is back. I just see him getting moved around a bit and the position of the team not being, I suppose, super clear for him, which may impede his scoring. So just keep an eye on that. Obviously, a lot of people don't have a lot of trades left either, so yeah, be aware of that if you're looking to move on someone like him. If he does continue keeping his role, then it might be worth holding on. If we look to our interchange, this is kind of where we dropped off a little bit. We didn't pick it completely well. I had Watson as the emergency just because they were one of the first games of the week. If he was to get like a 40, I'd probably leave him out, but him getting 69 meant automatic that I was going to play him. So I brought in Taff into the 4 position and decided to bring Gamble out of that. So obviously that was out of all the guys we could have picked, Walsh, Johnson, Schuster. Decided to leave Gamble out just because they were playing Penrith, and I thought that they'd be a little bit better than they were Penrith against the Broncos. So obviously, it being a closer game, Gamble actually got a bunch of tackle breaks and stuff, which really helped him. He just continues to score over 50, so I might just have to look to just play him in general from here on out. But the way Schuster played last week, getting high 60s, and them coming up against a fairly weak side in the Tigers, I thought that he had a good chance of a big one. Same with Johnson up against the Dogs. He was actually on track to play really well. 31 in just over 40 minutes before he injured his hamstring. So interesting to see. I haven't read the fallout yet as to how he's at, but I imagine he's going to be needed to be traded out, which is completely okay for our side at this stage, just with the fact that we're going to be doing a downgrade upgrade to get a Cleary, maybe even DCE, something like that over the next few weeks. So yeah, just annoying with that, and also Walsh, but majority of people would have played Walsh in the top sort of 1,000 anyway. So yeah, really a solid week, but having Haas and Fafita as our big 100 guys, not having DCE, Rapana, we didn't really miss out on too many guys to be fair, but yeah, not having those guys, CHN was a little bit hurtful, and then Madison, even you could say, a lot of teams that have Ryan at the moment. So yeah, we did okay, but overall only lost a few rankings. But we're sitting with 8 trades, yeah. So we have a look to round 20 now. 8 trades, 180k in the bank. So as our team, we'd probably wanting Cleary to be named this week, so then we can just go Johnson down and then Hines up. We have enough cash to be able to do that. So Johnson to a 228 leaves us 400, 580 in the bank, and then going Nico straight up. That'd be awesome. If we could do that, yeah, definitely no complaints there. We move Walsh into the starting side is easy, and then Cleary comes into that starting half role or whatever we need to do as captain. So having him back is going to be really important for the last bulk of the season. A lot of the guys that are holding Cleary would be people that aren't playing the game anymore. So just remember that. But it's very divided in the top 1,000 as to how many people own him. So getting him back is going to be really important for this side, and we have enough trades to do so. And that's literally just the two this week or the two next week. So saving enough for any other suspensions, injuries, and stuff. So I really feel like this team's gonna have a beautiful run to the finals, and just a week like this was here when a lot of different players got over 100, and it's very easy to get like a 1,200 plus score line. Just wasn't completely our week, but that's there's no issues with that. In terms of other guys that we look to move on, I think Watson's just a hold for the rest of the year. He's been amazing. He's been close to their best player. Even in a beaten side, he's scoring really well the last 2 weeks with 69, the 80 odd a couple of games ago, I should say. Sorry, but Gamble's scoring really well, so we could even play him each week. If we're downgrading Johnson, we just bring Gamble back up, Watson into that position too, and even playing Schuster if we need to. But having Cleary in that position is going to go straight to where Walsh would be, for example. Would be really helpful. So there's a couple of moves that I'd personally like to make, and that's DCE. I think just having Cleary, DCE, and Hughes would be amazing. It'd obviously be nice if every team had unlimited funds, but that's a lot harder to get than one may think. That's for sure. Obviously, means that you've made a lot of great changes across the year, managed to hold a few trades, but also attack all the cash cows, and they've grown really well. So not every team can do that. You'll see some teams like, where are we? So it's salary 185 in the bank and a total team value of 13.8. So really a $14 million team value. And I've seen a lot of teams up at close to 15 million. So they have plenty enough cash to be able to get those types of players or a multitude of those type of players into their teams. Having Cleary, DCE, Hughes, and then all the rest of the guys that we've got with Brandon Smith and those guys that have really improved their game. Let's say that they started at like a 600, 550k clip and turn into keepers like Smith, and holding them all year, it would be really helpful. So yeah, I suppose that's that with the team at the moment. A couple of weaker links in like a Schuster. Watson's in there, but he's doing really well. The rest of the team's sort of really strong. You'd probably only have one other person in there instead of Averillo. And I suppose wing fullback, you could get close to having maybe a Ponga or something like that would be ideal to have in this side now. But other than that, there's not too many other guys other than like a Cam Murray that you'd really need. So I suppose a lot of the teams are looking fairly similar to this at the moment, and scores are fairly similar to each other, and the rankings aren't changing too much. But yeah, this is where the team's at. That's probably the trades I'll be looking to make this week or the following week. Cleary might be back. I think he's in doubt for this week, so he could be around 21 starter, which I think would be the smartest idea for him and also the Panthers. So that's that, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed that type of video. Obviously, how we're going in the rankings. Please jump in the Discord if you're not sure. Just ask in the comments. One of the guys will show you, or I'll jump in and send that to you. But yeah, as I said, hope you enjoyed it. Catch you in the next one, team, when we're going to be going through my squad. See you later.